Hey, everybody. Today, I'm doing something a little special. I recorded a coaching session for one of my clients who was feeling discouraged about not being able to fill her group program. She wanted to fill her group program. She got one person in there. The cart close hadn't happened yet. And she said to me, Meliss, I'm feeling discouraged. Can you help me? And I recorded a video for her, and I'm going to mute her name. So you might hear a little mute at one moment when I say her name. But I wanted you to be a little fly on the wall as you hear me coach her through this. Now, she's not speaking. This is just me speaking. But I wanted to give you this because I know that she's not the only one that sometimes feels discouraged. I know that she's not the only one that has tried to fill a group program and hasn't been able to do that successfully. So I welcome you into a sneak peek of a coaching session that I've done with my client. This podcast episode is about trying to fill a program and feeling discouraged. So stick around. You're listening to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast.
Welcome to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast. And now your host, Meliss-Ep.376.
All right. So I wanted to address the idea of I'm feeling discouraged that I hear you guys saying in the group. And I know you started off by saying this was because you had a group program that you're trying to fill and you only have one person in there. So I have some ideas and some pointers. But first, of course, we're going to start with mindset. If you remember how good it felt for you when you got that first person in there, or even let's start before that. If you remember how good it felt for you when you narrowed down what you wanted to create in this new program, and you knew who you wanted to attract with this program, and the feelings that were coming in from that you felt maybe in your stomach, or maybe you got chills on the back of your neck or down your arms. And I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about that feeling and that excitement of, oh my gosh, this is amazing. It's going to be the perfect fit, this perfect program for these amazing people. And I want you to get that excitement up, 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 up. And then how good did it feel when you signed that client into that program, that first client into that new program? When we were in class the other day, you were so excited and we clapped for you and we're proud of you and you've accomplished so much. So I want you to think of that excitement. And the point is that we are energetically moving that stagnant energy that's keeping you stuck. So start there. If you have to close your eyes and just think about that excitement for a total of 15 seconds and hold that excitement for 15 seconds, it's going to increase the energy and more and more and more of that attraction power is going to come to you. Number 2, you are the creator of your life. You get to create what you want to happen. So if you want people to come to you and you want to fill your program, you have to believe that that is possible. I know you want it. I know you say you want it. I know you're discouraged because you don't yet have it. The problem is when you want something so badly and at the same time you believe it cannot happen, you are in opposition. You have two forces working against each other, and you are experiencing what's known as a misalignment. To get back into alignment, you need to energetically be at the same place as what you want and what you are asking for. And you have to be able to believe that it is possible for you. So if you know that you can fill your program and you know that your program is amazing and you know that there are people out there that need what you have to offer, you have to believe that you can fill your program. You have to believe that your program is amazing, and you have to believe that there are people out there who want what you can offer. If all of those things aren't the same, it will not happen for you. All right. So that's the mindset piece. If you're feeling stuck and you're feeling uncomfortable, you need to shift the energy. So if you think of a snow globe where all of the snow has settled, you're stuck. There's nothing moving, nothing changing, nothing's different. You take that snow globe and you start shaking it up. And what's going to happen? All the snow goes everywhere and it's going to settle in a different way. So what I want you to do right now is shake up your snow globe and let things go out, get that energy out, the stagnant energy, and let things fall in a different way. If you need to get up and dance, if you need to stretch, if you need to exercise, if you need to go for a walk in nature, whatever it is that you do to shake up the energy, do that. Of course, you need to add in meditation and you need to visualize that people are coming to you, that people are getting results from your program. Mindset is a huge component here. It's not just woo, woo, woo. Okay, Meliss, but tell me the strategy. What's the practical stuff I can do? Because I can talk about that all day long, but until you are in alignment and your mindset is in the place where you know that people are coming to you and you believe it, it's not going to happen. So maybe you need to read, maybe you need to relax, maybe you need to cry, whatever that is to move the energy, do that. Maybe you need to step away from your computer, not write any content, not even think about your business for a whole 24 hours. If that's what you need, do that. Maybe you need a journal. Maybe you need to write a gratitude list. Can you come up with 100 things that you are grateful for? Start there. 100 things. The first 5 might be hard. But then if you keep going and you keep going, set a timer for 10 minutes and write out how many things you are grateful for. How many can you get to in 10 minutes? Because then it's going to get easier and easier and easier. And when you show gratitude, you will be a magnet for more things to come. Okay, so we're going to start there. The mindset is a critical part of this. And I want you to see my sweatshirt that I'm wearing today. What if it all works out? What if it all works out instead of what if it doesn't work out? Okay. What if it all works out? What if I believe that it's coming for me? What if I know that leads are everywhere? What if I'm grateful that I have such a mind that I can create such an amazing program that people actually need? I am grateful that I can help other clients. I am grateful that I own my own business. I am grateful that I get to spend time with my grandchildren or my niece and nephew or my kids, and I get to make my own schedule. I am grateful that I can travel. I'm grateful that I woke up for today. We are not guaranteed every day. I'm grateful that I am here. I'm grateful that I can think of wonderful content to post. I am grateful that someone came into my program. I am grateful. Start there. Okay. Now, let's say you wanted to create a group program and you were so excited about this. And then you only have one person that signs up. Wah, wah. What are we going to do? It can't be a group. There's only one person. Okay. So here are the few practical things that you can do. First of all, it's okay. It is okay. You are not a failure. You didn't do anything wrong. Sometimes it happens, especially when it's your first program like this. This is your first program that you created. This is a brand new program. I know you had other programs before, but this is a brand new program and you got one person in there. Wow. Congratulations. Let's just start there. Okay. Now, that person wants to be with you. They want to learn from you. They want what you are offering and they want the result that you provide. Everyone else in the group, will that help them reach their success faster? Maybe. Will that help them gather new ideas? Maybe. Will that help them have an accountability and someone, a bunch of people to hold them to a certain standard? Maybe. But that person is there because of you and what you bring to the table. So number one, you could offer it to them one-on-one and say, you know what? I wanted this to be a group program. It didn't work out that way. And we'll just do one-on-one. And if someone else comes along, we can add them in later if you choose to do that. Every challenge is an opportunity. Every challenge, you need to say, how is this an opportunity? So instead of saying, I wanted a group program, I got one person, I'm a failure. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm embarrassed to tell this person it didn't fill. Instead, number one, be honest. Number two, what is the opportunity? Well, the opportunity is now you can offer it to them one-on-one. The opportunity is now you can just say, we're going to work on this. You'll tell me what's working, what's not, and maybe I'll bring someone in later, or maybe not. You'll be a founding member of this group, of this program. Maybe you can offer me feedback. Maybe you can give me some testimonials along the way. There's always an opportunity within every challenge. You're an entrepreneur, so you have to find how to overcome these obstacles. In fact, I recommend you read the book called The Obstacle is the Way. It's a philosophical idea that obstacles aren't there stopping you from hitting the next level. The obstacle is the way to get you to the next level. All right. So number one, you just do a one-on-one and be open and honest with them.
Hey coaches and healers, it's time to feel supported in your business. Head on over to our free community to get access to my best resources for free. I'm talking marketing tips, business strategy, mindset, support, feedback, and so much more. Join now at spiritualwomenentrepreneurs.com. See you there.
Number two, you postpone the start date of your program. If you need to postpone the start date of your program, you don't have to feel bad. You don't have to feel like a failure. You don't have to feel like a liar. All you got to do is say, you know what? I'm postponing this program by however many weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And then you offer them something so that they are okay waiting. In exchange for that wait, or because I want to get you started right away, I'm going to offer you a free strategy session. So we're going to have a one-on-one strategy session together in the meantime, so you can get started doing the things that whatever it is you do in your program. So if you postpone your program 4 weeks, maybe you'll give them a strategy session now. Maybe you'll do a follow-up in 2 weeks. Maybe you'll give them a homework assignment now, and you'll do a strategy session in 2 weeks, whatever it is. So as long as you're taking care of your person along the way, they can wait. I got COVID when my program was supposed to start, and I threw my back out, and I had to tell everyone, sorry, I can't do it. In the meantime, I'm going to give you a free kit. Go get started. So they're getting started and I'm healing. I'm a human being. I am a human before I am a business owner. And so are you. So number two, you can postpone your program and you can offer them something in the meantime. Okay. All right. Now that we got that, let's go through some of my notes. Let's see. Okay. You want to fill your program. Let's say you don't want to postpone the date. Number three, well, you need to promote it, and you need to promote it heavily, because if you are so determined to close this program out on a specific date, you need to tap into all the resources that you have. Have you mentioned it in your group? Are you emailing your email list? Are you going live on it? Are you talking about on your personal page? Are you talking about on your business page? If you have another platform like Instagram or LinkedIn, is it being mentioned over there? And not just once. Marketing says 7 to 12 touch points before someone says yes. So if you have an email list and you know that your program's closing next week, you need to be emailing them every single day until then, and hit on all the different angles. Talk about, you can hype a hype post, a hype email series is like, it's coming 2 days later. In 2 days, we're launching blah, 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 blah. And then 2 days comes around and now you're in the sequence of cart open. Okay, so now we need to hit on every angle. What are the pain points that your clients have? Write an email about that. What are the results that you're going to get for them? Write an email about that. Have you gotten those results for other people? Do you have testimonials and screenshots you can share? Write an email of that. Talk about the urgency and the time frame. You know, cart is closing in however many days. You don't want to be left behind. Write an email about that. What about any objections that they have? Write an email about that. And then write another email at the end, like, this is for real. This is not a drill. Cart is closing on this day. You need to get in, click here. Okay. Or if you have questions, write me back. Don't be scared to tap into your network. If you're sitting and you're waiting, where are the people? They're not coming. They're not going to come. You need to stand up and you need to take action. And this is what that means. If you need to go into your group, go live every single day from now until the program and talk about all those things I just mentioned in email. So you do it in written form in email, you do it in face-to-face form and alive in your group. Share everywhere. If you're like, I'm keeping this date and I'm going to fill this group and I'm determined, well, then you need to get up and you need to go do it. So this is how you would do it. Okay. Now, adding connections to your network. Let's talk about this. The sales that you have today are the fruits of your labor. What's the labor? The marketing that you did yesterday. So if you are trying to close the sale today, you have to make sure you've done marketing for the last 3 months. The marketing that you do today are the sales that you have tomorrow. So if you don't have sales today, it's because you didn't do enough marketing before in the past few weeks or months. So maybe that's not going to happen for this program. Maybe you didn't do enough marketing and the deadline is tomorrow, and Okay, it's not going to happen. How can we prevent this from happening again next time? Well, we need to do the marketing now. We need to build our network now. So I want you to add connections every single day, whether you're reaching out to people or they are reaching out to you, whether you're doing it in your personal page, maybe you're doing it in groups, maybe you're doing it through conversation, however you're adding to your network. Maybe you're going to networking groups, maybe you're doing virtual networking, maybe you're doing coffee chats. Whatever it is, you want to add to your network every day. So if you're adding 10 people a day, Monday through Friday, that's 10 people times 5 days a week is 50 people times 4 weeks in a month. That's 200 people that you have added to your network. And I'll tell you that if you do that, on average, you're going to close 3 people. 3 sales. People close at a conversion rate of 1 to 3%. So if we add 10 people a day, that's 50 a week, that's 200 a month. And let's say you sell your program for $5,000 and 3 people buy that, and it takes about an hour for you to fill 10 people in your network, you will have made that month $15,000 by working 5 hours a week. Is that worth it? Is that worth it? To fill your pipeline with leads, to grow your network. You can't sell something if you don't have an audience. This is why I tell people don't start with a course. Everyone wants to have passive income. They want to make money in their sleep. They want to start with a course. That's the first thing they want to do. It sounds fun. It's creative. And then it goes on automation and you can go vacation in Hawaii. That's not true. If you don't have an audience, you can't sell your course. So same thing here. If you want to sell your program, but your network is this big, you're not going to sell it. Now, if you have a big network and it's still not selling, then you have to say, what are you doing? Are you asking people? Are you telling people about it? Are you showing up and being visible? I highly recommend that you reach people daily. If you are set on a date, 7 days leading up to that date, you should post 3 times a day. This is not a strategy that I want you to use long-term or often. You don't want to post 3 times a day. And I want you to put a call to action at the end of every one of those posts. So if you're going to post 3 times a day with a call to action at the end of every post for 7 days straight, that is a good strategy for a fast sprint towards sales. But it's not a good strategy to use all the time, often, and it's not a good strategy to use long-term where you're using it again and again and again. But if you are determined on this date, then you need to lead up to that date with blasting out the information in ways that are helpful, not just buy my thing, buy my thing, buy my thing. It's like, today we're going to talk about 3 tips and strategies or tips and tricks that relate to what you cover in that program. And at the end, you pitch the program. And mix up the content. We'll go live, you'll do images, you'll do long form, you'll do short form, you'll do testimonials, you'll do objections, mix it up. Okay. Now this is heavily in the masculine energy, which is another reason why it won't work long-term, because feminine and masculine energy together, there needs to be a balance in your business. That's why I started with the mindset. That's all of the female energy. And now we're going into the masculine energy right now. And that is where we're taking action. So even if you're scared, even if you're introverted, you are a business owner, you are an entrepreneur. That is number 1. And you've got to get out there and you've got to be consistent. So we're going to dive deep into the masculine energy to push that launch to hit that date. So if you're hanging out in that feminine energy all the time and you're waiting for people to come to you, you're going to be waiting a really long time. And that's why your program didn't close, or it won't close at the capacity that you want it to. You've got to start somewhere. You've got to start with what you are in control of. What can you control? What you can control is doing the math where you add 10 people to your network and you're going to make $15K if you have a $5,000 package. And of course, if you're doing this over time, it gets better. And it might be less than that. It might be more than that. It might be whatever, but you've got to keep showing up consistently. You can control that too. You can control your mindset. You can control your actions. So again, just to recap, I want you to get your mindset right. I want your energy and your vibration to be in alignment with what you are asking for. And if that means you need to step away, if that means you need to feel sorry for yourself for a day, if that means you need to cry it out, do it, and then hop right back on. And I want you to remember that you need to think of the most satisfying thought. So if you're thinking, well, what if I don't close? Or what if people don't want to join my program? Or what if I can't make the money that I want to make? You are not energetically where you need to be to attract what you're looking for. And that's not a satisfying thought. It is not a satisfying thought to say, what if I don't make the money I want to make? What if I am a failure at my business? What if I'm scared to reach out to people? None of those thoughts are satisfying. So reach for a better thought. What is a satisfying thought? I've closed my program. I've got people in there who are raving about how much success they're having. I've got money flowing in my bank account. I feel on top of the world and I am so confident. Those are satisfying thoughts. So reach for them, find them, and repeat them. Write them on sticky notes and stick them everywhere you need to. I like to take dry erase markers and write on my bathroom mirror. I want you to put the affirmation, leads are everywhere, wherever you need to see it. And I want you to get up and I want you to do the work and do the action. Imperfect action is better than inaction. And feeling sorry for ourselves, although I am very familiar with that feeling, is no place where you can stay long-term, because you will spiral all the way down. I want you to spiral all the way up. I want you to close your eyes for 15 seconds, get that energy up. Think about it. Think about it. Oh my gosh, what if these people come? Oh my gosh, they're coming. I see them. Oh, it's so exciting. And get that energy up and up and up, and you will do well. Okay, I hope this helps. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast at www.marketingtipswithmeliss.com.
Oh, wait, before you go, I've got a special invitation for you, so listen up. Join thousands of spiritual women, entrepreneurs, coaches, healers, and business owners in a cozy community to learn effective and aligned strategies to grow and scale your business through organic marketing and so much more. I'm inviting you to join my free community called the Spiritual Women Entrepreneurs to lift one another up in business, spirituality, finances, and emotional support. Visit spiritualwomenentrepreneurs.com. See you on the inside.